Hi, this is TC, and I'm going to introduce offset function today in our spreadsheet. So, why do we need to learn offset function? If we're going to locate a range of data or a particular cell in our dataset, like here, so we can use the offset function help us by only knowing which year are we going to include and which district are we going to include, and we don't need to know the exact number before any computation or anything that we're going to look for. So let us to see what is included in our offset function here. So if we're using the offset function here, we need to have the reference cell and also which row and also starting from which column. For example, we are going to start from the initial column, so we type 0 here to indicate that you are going to looking for data from the initial column. So, and the last two commands is talking about where is your data, how large is your data included. For example, if you are going to locate for 3 times 2 array of data, so basically you need to put 2 in the row and 3 in the column here. So let us look at some of the real examples here. So if you're going to say, how many people do admit into college in District B in 2015? So basically we're going to look for the data in cell C12, which is in the yellow box here, and we can use the offset function here. So the offset function here, I've typed the formula out here. So we are using the reference cell as C1, which is District B, and then we are looking for the 11th row, which is 2015 here. We're starting from the initial row, initial column, so it's 0 here, and then we're going to include only one cell, so which is 1 times 1 array, and we are going to have 1 row here and 1 column here, and there we go. We can have the 949 results here, which is the formula that I've inputted into the cell. So if I have set the reference cell as in A1, which is the column of year, we can still adjust it manually by having 2 rows right from the reference cell. So we type 2 here to indicating that we're going to have data from the cell C12, so which is 949 over here. If we have set the reference cell as District C, D1, we can still use the negative sign to indicating that we're looking for the data from the left of the reference cell. So we type -1 here, we can still have 949 here. So offset function, basically we can form it with other formulas easily, for example, sum, average, and others. So if we are going to sum up the data of number of people from district A, B, C do admit into college in 2006. So basically we have to add up all the data in the red cells here, and then we are going to adjust our areas as 3 columns and 1 row, which we type 1 and 3 over here. So you may think that why do we need to have the offset? Or we can use SUMIF to have our data that we are going to locate. And if we are going to locating data with SUMIF, which is much more easier, you may think that because we are only having the year column here on the A, and also the district that we are going to look for, which is the C column, and we are looking for the 2015, and we can also have the 949 as what we have do in the offset function. However, when we are looking for the data for adding up, for example, we're looking for the adding up the data of these red cells to add up all this data. And you may think that, oh, this is a disastrous thing. We need to add for 3 times to locate, because this SUMIF data is going to locate the data one by one. For example, the first one is locating the data of the District A in 2006. And the second one is for the District B, and the third one is for the District C. So why don't we use offset function to perform these kind of locating by the spreadsheet instead of we are going to do it manually? And you may think that if we are going to add up all the cells here, 8 cells here in blue, and it is a disastrous. We need to do it for 8 times. So to compare or to give us a brief idea on why do we need offset function, basically the pros is we can flexibly form our own array of data, and we don't need to know the exact numbers before when we are combining with other functions, and we can form with other functions easily, and that is saving time. However, the cons is we have to arrange the data in pattern, for example, in ascending order or descending order for easier identification. Thank you.